everyone, if you're a regular viewer of my videos, then you know that I usually do some sort of Amazon haul once a month. And I haven't fully planned out my content for August yet, but that may happen. I may combine that with some other clothes that I have picked up along the way this month. But today I really want to focus on Amazon Beauty because I think it's a resource that us beauty lovers tend to forget about because it's a one-stop shop. Literally, I have bought the most inexpensive, way cheaper than drugstore, just like ultimate budget items, but they also carry really nice luxury and premium brand makeup and accessories, and not just from like random third-party sellers, like from the actual brands. Many big name brands from Maybelline and Revlon to Chantecaille and Wander Beauty and Face Atelier, we're gonna talk about in a minute. They actually have their own storefronts, their own pages on Amazon, so you know you're ordering directly from that brand, so the stuff is safe. There's just so much to find on Amazon. Sometimes brands will release onto their Amazon page new products that haven't even hit the stores yet, and in reverse, because they stock the inventory on Amazon differently than in the stores, sometimes you're able to find items from those brands that have sold out in other places. So I wanted to bring to light how many amazing things there can be found in Amazon Beauty. And I wanted to share, I don't even know if it's a top 10, just my most used favorite Amazon finds that fall under the beauty category, and share a few new things that I'm really enjoying right now. And before I get any farther in this, no, it is not sponsored, but also I want to hear from you what your favorite Amazon Beauty finds are. So make sure you let me know down in the comments below. All right, I think everybody knows what the number one is for sure. I just used it this morning and it's covered in my hair. It's the Revlon One Step Styler. It might be the number one best-selling beauty product on Amazon at the moment. I love this thing. I've been using it for years. I've recently switched up how I use it because there's so much info on there about how the heat will damage your hair, although I keep asking my stylists, and I've seen 3, I think, since I started using this. None of them have ever seen any heat damage, any breakage. However, I now blow out most of my hair with my Bioionic hair dryer just to get it about 85% dry, and then I finish it off with this. So limited amount of heat there. I love this. If you're trying to find a way to get that salon blowout look and the round brush thing just escapes your talents, this is the way to go. This is another one. It doesn't have to specifically be this one, although I do very much enjoy it. This is the Mighty Patch. These are pimple patches, and thankfully, I don't break out as often as I used to, but they happen, and I can tell you 100% that putting on some sort of pimple patch at night when you go to bed makes a huge difference. The redness that you get from getting a pimple is not my biggest concern. That is easily covered up with makeup, but let's be honest, the three-dimensional aspect of a pimple is probably what's most stressful about having one. This just brings it down, flattens it quickly, heals it quickly. The Mighty Patch is interesting in that there are 2 different kinds of patches in here. There are 6 that they call original, and then there are 6 that are for nighttime. The original ones are more of a matte finish and they blend right into your skin, so you really could walk around, and for the most part, I don't think anyone would notice that you had it on. And then the ones for, those are the invisible, I should say. Those are the ones for day, and then the original ones are the ones at night, and those are a little more obvious that you're wearing a pimple patch. I find that they are less expensive when you order them on Amazon, so another good reason to look over there. This is more of a beauty tool, also falls into travel, but it is in the beauty pages of Amazon, and that is my travel toiletry bag. Some people use this just to hold their makeup, some people use this just for travel. It's, again, another major Amazon bestseller. Comes in a lot of colors. I just like this soft pink. Has a nice outer pocket. I've talked about this a ton, but in case you're unfamiliar, I do have the large option because I like options, and there's a lot of room for a lot of options. I do keep this one full of a few things that I reach for all the time when I travel, but it has 4 compartments. It has the hanger, so you can hang it on a hook in the bathroom, a zip compartment here, a zip compartment here that has little elastics in it to hold your taller bottles upright, another zip pocket here, and then a fourth flatter one there. So you can stuff this sucker full of just about anything you can think of. I can't imagine traveling without this. It's so handy. And like I said, I've also seen people use it at home to hold all of their makeup, like a makeup bag. And it's quite convenient because when you're not using it, you just fold it all up and you can tuck it under your sink or stick it in a cabinet. Let's talk about something that is on my face, and that is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I don't know where I first found this. It might have been on Amazon, but they originally launched 10 shades in this, and you can find them pretty much in every drugstore, Walmart, whatever. But then this spring, early summer, they released another 5 shades, and initially you could only find them on Amazon. Of course, I bought all 5. I am wearing one of them. It is the shade, I think I'm wearing this one, 11 Brass. I think I layered 2. I have one of the original shades, number 6 Reef, and then I layered number 11 Brass on top of it for a little more iridescence in the middle. These are the best glosses, hands down the best glosses. Department store, drugstore, budget friendly, crazy expensive. You cannot beat the Maybelline Hyaluronic Lifter Glosses. They feel like silk on your lips. They're beautiful. Some of the shades are pigmented. Some of the shades are more clear that you can layer or wear on their own. I love the packaging. I love everything about these. I hope they just keep expanding on this line. I hope they release more opaque versions. That would be my preference, but I will buy whatever they put out. They're that good. Sunscreen's important. Sunscreen is key in a beauty routine. I never skip a day of sunscreen. One that I don't reach for as often as I used to, but that's really hard to find out and about, but super easy to find on Amazon, is the Elta MD line of sunscreens. This one I don't wear as much as I used to. I reserve this one for like going to the beach, sitting at the pool, because this is the tinted version. It's the Elta MD UV Elements Broad Spectrum SPF 44, and it is tinted. It gives a little bit of coverage, which is fabulous. There are colorless versions of this if you want to wear it under your makeup. I personally cannot tolerate anything but a mineral sunscreen, which is what the Elta MD sunscreens are, and it also has, this one has hyaluronic acid in it as well. This is a great sunscreen. The whole Elta MD line is fabulous. And like I said, way easier to find on Amazon and oftentimes less expensive than other retailers. While I do use a cleansing balm to wash my face at night, before I do any of that, I do take off my eye makeup separately. And for a long time, I had to order Bioderma like from Europe to get my hands on it. It's still my absolute favorite. Yes, it is now carried in drugstores, at Walmart, online. I know I can walk into my CVS and get it as well. But again, if I'm just putting in a general Amazon order, sometimes it's easier just stick one of these in the order as well. And there are more size options on Amazon than what's carried locally at my drugstore. So I always have a bottle of Bioderma to take off my eye makeup. But another find from Amazon that it's been so helpful are these little, I don't even know what you call these little bottles that have the pump top. So this is what I store my Bioderma in. This is what I keep in my medicine cabinet. It's much easier than having this thing sitting out. And I find that I use far less because it only dispenses what I need. I take my cotton round, pump it a few times, and that's enough for both eyes each night. And speaking of cotton rounds, I have sampled my fair share from like the Shiseido and Colleen Rothschild, very high-end, pretty expensive for what they are, pads, to all kinds of drugstore options, and I just keep going back to this. They come in a pack of 3. It's the Cleganic Premium Cotton Rounds. They're hypoallergenic, lint-free, 100% pure natural cotton. That's all great. I personally like them because I am a contact lens wearer and I don't get any little fibers in my eyes that could irritate and hurt, and I think that would hurt you even if you didn't wear contact lenses, but they're a great price. I get 300 of them at a time, so I always have a backup ready, and this paired with this is the first step in my personal nighttime routine. Now this was originally not my find. My friend Tash, Nashville Tash, first introduced me to the Loving Tan brand. Honestly, she introduced, we were in a text group, I think there's 7 of us in the text group, all of us. She introduced all of us to this brand. And I started with the 2-hour express version that comes in dark, and this summer, clearly I haven't used it yet. I'm actually planning on putting it on tonight. I bumped up to the ultra dark. Now the Ultra Dark doesn't come in the 2-hour option, so I'm gonna have to cook in this for a while, but the Loving Tan Sunless Foam Tanner is by far the best tanner I have ever used. It is carried in other places. It's usually cheaper than at Ulta, where I've also found it, and usually stocked better on Amazon than at Ulta. So I usually just order it from Amazon. It is actually, the full name is the Deluxe Bronzing Mousse. I find it lasts the longest of all the self tanners I've used. It gives the most even natural color, the deepest color on me, and I oftentimes don't even bother exfoliating before I put this on, and I still don't get streaks and patchy spots. So this is very user-friendly. And if you just moisturize regularly, I can make it last at least a week. Now this is a really old find, and I've had this in my beauty routine for a very long time. For those of you who've been watching my channel for a really long time, you'll remember me talking about how I shave my face. Yes, I shave my face, and I use these guys. These are the originals. There have been many imitations since these came out. These are the Tinkle. They're technically eyebrow razors. I could not make this name. Like, the branding is terrible, Tinkle. But I originally found them on Amazon. I still order them from Amazon. And it's not like a set time. If I just notice there's peach fuzz on my face, so maybe once every couple of weeks after I clean my face and before I put on all of my skincare, I just shave my face dry, like everything outside my eyebrows. And you would be shocked how much fuzz comes off your face. You would be amazed at how cleanly your foundation will glide on. And it does do a little bit of physical exfoliation. So I love my Tinkle razors. I hate the name, but I love them. And I love that they're like $1 or $3. I mean, they're very inexpensive on Amazon. Before we jump into some new finds, the last thing I want to talk about is a beauty product, technically on the men's side of beauty. Let's call it grooming, but one of the most popular items on Amazon, and every single man in my immediate family has one. It's the Philips Norelco One Blade. And this is Michael's, my husband's, and they use this to shave their face. They don't use a traditional razor anymore. I know a lot of women use this to shave more intimate, smaller areas as well. It's very gentle. It has a lot going on because you can do the actual shaving part here. There it is. And then there's an edge so you can get kind of detailed and define, say, a bikini line with this thing. I believe it can be used wet or dry as well. And I mean, like I said, all the guys in my family have been using these for years and have never turned back to a traditional razor. I do have a few new to me beauty finds that I've been playing with over the last month that I want to share with you. The first one I am so excited about. Even though we're moving towards the end of the summer, Texas is a sweaty state. It's hot all the time, and I'm getting ready to go to move my youngest son back into college in Mississippi. Equally, I don't want to say it's a sweaty state. There's a lot of perspiring going on in these states. And I was recently out to dinner with some girlfriends, and one of my friends, if you watch my vlogs from way back, you remember Kiki. She was raving about this new deodorant that she ordered, and it's called Lume. I think that's what it's called, Lume. And it says it's 72-hour odor control. It's a deodorant, but I have not been sweating. So I think it works as an antiperspirant as well. It is for underarms and private parts. Pits, feet, and privates is what it says. I picked it up in the scent Warm Vanilla. There are a ton of scents to choose from. It's aluminum-free, baking soda-free, naturally scented. Look, I know there's a whole natural deodorant movement, and if that's your thing, great for you. I just don't want to sweat. I mean, I don't want to smell either, but the sweating, no. And I gave this the ultimate test, and I put this on my pits, and then I also put it kind of down the middle of my chest and under my breasts, and then I blew my hair dry. And I know a lot of you can relate to this, but a lot of us have like our hair drying t-shirt that we wear, because I personally get super sweaty and I will ruin my clothes that I'm wearing if I'm blowing. I mean, it's between the one I just showed you and the Bioionic, I can get pretty hot under there. I will sweat. Boob sweat is a thing. Let me tell you, no boob sweat, none. And I ordered it with this matching, what is this thing? It's like a tube. I think it's the same stuff. This comes in the, like, can you see? Oh, it's all white, so it's hard to see. Let me if I pull it back. Okay, you can see it better this way. There's 3 little holes. It's the kind of deodorant that you turn it a few times and it oozes out, and then you kind of have to spread it under your arms. So you do have that kind of wet, icky feeling until it dries down. It dries pretty quickly, but it also comes in this squeezy tube. And what I like about this, not that I've had to shake anyone's hand in a very long time, but if you're worried about sweaty hands, which is a thing, or sweaty feet, especially if you're going into a yoga or Pilates class, put this on the palms of your hands or on the soles of your feet. No sweat. I love these, and they smell good. So just wanted to share that with you. Another new to me find, when I had my makeup done for my GG New York bag shoot, the foundation that the makeup artist uses was she uses it, but I mean used, was the Face Atelier Ultra Foundation Pro, and I ordered it on Amazon. I love it. They have a great return policy. I knew my shade from what she used on me. This is actually my summer shade, so I'm not wearing it right now. But there are 2 size options. This is the smaller option. It was $30-something, and then there's a much bigger one for, I think, $50, $55, something around that. Let me tell you, this is a beautiful foundation, but a little goes a really long way. So this bottle is going to last me a very, very long time. They have the full selection online. Amazon's return policy could not be any easier if it doesn't work out. I absolutely love this, and this is definitely more of a premium beauty item. I was perusing the beauty, I think it's either the best sellers or their most wished for. I can't remember which section I was looking at, and this came up a lot. This is from L'Oreal. It's their 8-second Wonder Water, and basically how this works is you wash your hair like normal in the shower, and then you squirt this all over your hair. It's sectioned off into how much you should pour on, and you let it sit for 8 seconds, rinse it out, and then follow up with conditioner and style. Now, I didn't use it today. It makes for silkier, shinier hair, no silicone, no weigh down, and they say you can use it 2 to 3 times a week. I'm gonna limit it to once. It says to use 1 dose for fine to medium texture, which is what I have, 2 to 3 doses for thick to curly, add more if you have longer hair. So basically what happened is I put it in, I washed it out, and when I went to dry my hair, it was so much smoother, silkier, super straight. When I wore it the other day, really straightened, and everyone was commenting on how good it looked. I'll put the picture in. That it was the day I styled it with this. I will warn you though, that if you want to curl your hair after you style it using this, the curl isn't gonna hold. The hair is so slippery, it just fell out. So if you want to wear your hair naturally or straight, highly recommend this. Definitely, I can still feel the effects. My hair is still softer than it usually is, so I love this stuff. And then a new to me lip balm. I recently learned, I can't remember who I was watching. I'd love to give credit where credit is due, but I can't remember who it was. Some influencer or YouTuber was saying that the Aquaphor lip treatment is different than the original Aquaphor. And the original Aquaphor is more effective on chapped lips. I think it was Jessica Braun. I'm gonna give it to Jessica. Anyway, so I went and ordered, actually this came in a 3-pack. And that's more than I'm ever going to need. Like, I'm going to give the other 2 packs to my kids. But this is the smaller size of the Aquaphor, and I've kept this in my nightstand for the last few weeks, and she's right. This stuff is amazing. I just put the tiniest little dollop on my lips before I go to bed at night, and I've been wearing a lot of liquid lipstick and a lot of lip liner, and my lips have stayed crack-free, smooth, no lines, lives up to the hype as well. And then the last thing that's new to me still falls under beauty. There's a long story, but this video is getting long. So long story short, getting ready to do some traveling now that we're taking our youngest back to school. We're gonna get back to our normal routine where we'd like to take a trip once a month or so, usually a road trip. And I like to bring my travel mirror with me. And the travel mirror that I bring with me is the Ricky Loves Ricky Skinny Mirror. And I usually just stuff it in an old laptop case, but it's not ideal. And then I saw on Amazon that they carry the Ricky Loves Ricky line and that they carry the travel case. So I bought it. So here it is. The bag comes also in a blush, but this is brand spanking new. Has the handle, and then just so you can see, it fits my dirty mirror. I also ordered the 10X. I'm really excited. Woo, that's a little too close. The mirror, and it holds the stand in there as well. And it's just, you know, it's padded on the inside and nothing exciting, but a nice, safe way to travel with my makeup mirror so I don't have to worry about it getting shattered under all the other stuff that I shove into my suitcase along with it. So those are some of my current Amazon beauty finds, along with some definite old favorites, some tried and true products. Like I said before at the beginning, I would love to hear from you. Let me know some of your beauty favorites that you find on Amazon. I cannot wait to see your responses, and I definitely want to go purchase them and give them a try if I haven't already. I hope you are subscribed. If you haven't done so already, just hit that subscribe button down there. Hit the notification bell while you're at it. Thanks for hanging out today. I hope you had fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.